Hello fellow nerds, today we're going to be turning these into one of these. Welcome to the Sprue Chronicles. How do you like the new intro, guys? I really like that. Let's have a look at this then. This looks like a really cool unit. This is going to be the first Chaos unit I've ever built, believe it or not. What a way to start us off. Right, it's going to help if I've got the instructions, isn't it? So I've got Combat Patrol 81. This is what comes with 81 and 82. Ta-da! The instructions. Let's move them just over there so you can see them. And I will tear out and turn the pages so you can see them throughout. In case you've lost yours or you bought this loose, you don't have it, or you just want to read them as you're we're going along together. Right, so let's get stuck in. 4748. Starting off with the body. Let's hope that we don't struggle to find all of the pieces today, because I really struggled with those with the last lot, the mega knobs. Dead end. That's really catchy, that theme tune, you know. I got that off of YouTube. There's a guy that's done loads of like metal intros and heavy rock, and he's really good. I can't remember his name. I'll have to put his name in the description. But yeah, I've saved a few of his. He lets people use his tracks on YouTube. Absolute godsend. Because there's no way that I would be talented enough to make an intro like that. Not the music anyway. Obviously I made the intro. So I put all of that together using various bits here and there. Right, so we've got the body. Let's get some... Oh, hello, I pulled the pin out. That's not something you want to do straight away, is it? Let's put that back in. See, this is what happens when you're doing live recording. And I try to keep stuff like that in because, you know, maybe people like to see some bloopers every now and again. Yeah, I've got glue all over it already. Right, so 49 and 50. Let's move the glue just out of the way because we have a habit of knocking them over. 49, there's 50. Snip you off. I love all the little details on Chaos. I have heard that they're quite difficult to paint though. There's very intricate designs on their armours. Right, what? Sorry, what was that? That was 50, wasn't it? So I need 49 now, which you would have thought would be right next door. Alas, it does not appear to be. 46 is over here. Hold up, why have we got loads of different legs? Have we got two of these? Am I suddenly realising that we've got two? No, we can't have. No, because we've only got one ball. Right, that confused me for a second. Yeah, because we've got 52 and 43 of front legs. But then that's a front leg. But then I've got... Aye? Maybe we're going to have some spares. If I ever... There's 49. If I ever find 49, I was going to say, but I found it now. Okie doke. Oh no. I've made a grievous error already. Yeah, I've cut the bit off the leg that I wasn't supposed to cut off. What a melt. What an absolute melt. The triangular part, I shaved that off. Oh well, it doesn't matter. The leg can go on there. I can't imagine that's going to be too much of a problem. Right, what's next? 55 is the gun. Because oh, actually, what are my options? So he's got the plasma pistol and the sword there, or we've got the great big axe. Quite like that axe. What's stopping us from doing the axe and the sword? No, let's actually, you could. They're different arms, you know. Because we've got the sword here for the left arm. Oh no, wait, it looks like the axe goes in the... I know we've got the right arm axe as well. Interesting. I'm not sure we should be at absolute lunatic do both of those. I think I'm going to go with the sword and the plasma pistol. I think that's a plasma pistol anyway. Right, 55 I need, which is the plasma pistol. If I can find it. There it is. It is a plasma, isn't it? It looks like a plasma to me. 60 and 61, so 60 is the great big sword. That looks cool as F. That's F for frick. Not naughty words. 61. Well, there's 59 that looks exactly like 61, but that's not what we're looking for, is it? There's 61 over there. We'll snip that off. Ah! Right. What are we doing with those? Strangely, it's not telling us to put the other leg on. So we're just going to have a one-legged chaos dude for both his arms. And I haven't snipped the wrong bit off this time, so his arm will... Or have I? Have I actually? No, I haven't. It goes there. That does look a bit wonky, though. There we go. Let's line that up a bit better. How very strange. We've got a one-sided chaos dude. Oh Christ, I've knocked his arm off already. There we go. It wasn't on at the right angle, so it looks like he's aiming it too far up though. Like that. So I'm going to turn that slightly. Yeah, it still looks like he's aiming it too far up. Let's turn that a bit more. I can't turn it anymore because the joint part... Oh, okay. That'll do. That's on there very flush, so that's got to be the way it goes. Also, it's got that little kind of ridge in there to help you to put it in the right place at the right angle, at the correct angle. So that goes on. What the heck? That goes on like that. What's preventing that from going on there? Is it this little tiny bit here? Surely not. No, that's completely flush. That's flush too. That's odd. Anyway, stick some glue on there. Not long now, guys, till Armageddon's out. I think it's what day is it today? It's Wednesday, I think, the day that I'm recording this. So we've got, can't really count Saturday, so 2 days to wait really. I will be spamming that F5 button to try and get my Armageddon ordered. If I miss out on this one, I'm going to be extremely upset because I missed out on a couple of the boxes recently. Missed out on the Astra Militarum battalion with the tanks in, and I also missed out on the what was it called? The red thingy Tyrannid thing. I forgot the name of it. Right, let's turn this page. The Red Terror. How can I forget? Red Tyrannid, the Red Terror. Yeah, missed out on both of those, which was slightly more disappointed with missing out on the Astra Militarum, to be honest. Right, we need 66 and 56. Oh, so I was looking at 56 earlier, so I could have just cut it off, couldn't I? Actually, no, it was 59. Or if they labelled it wrong. Should it be 56 I'm kind of? 59 I mean. Because I don't see another shoulder pad. I do see 66 though. Even their jetpacks or jump packs I should say are cooler. Maybe this is why people, I can't get to that. Let me come at that from the other side. Maybe this is why people are so fond of chaos. Heretics are. Why is that not coming off? Why have I not snipped? Did I not snip that part? It was that part I didn't snip. Right, that's the backpack. 56, where are you then? I think they've mislabeled it again. Because I don't see a shoulder pad anywhere else. Right, I'm cutting it off of there. So 56 is actually 59. That's definitely 59, look. Right there. Jerks. I'll find 56 later and it'll be a shoulder pad. Oh no. Right, 56. Let's stick the shoulder on first then, I guess. If that's got a little circular hole in it to let you guide it on. It has as well. I'm just going to chuck that over there. Right, so that needs to go on. Hold up. Oh, it goes on there. Oh Christ, I've got to try and line those up. Are you kidding me? I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, okay, yeah I can. There we go, that's on. Yeah, that was the shoulder pad. Goddamn jerks. Right, 66. That'll be a good place to stick loads of glue. Just slap it on and then stick that on the back. That looks awesome. That's going to be tricky to paint though. These are the things you start to look at when you're painting, when you've started painting now. Start thinking about how tricky things are going to be. It doesn't really concern me that much. There's always ways around it. Well, not always. Mostly. And if you saw the last video that I did with the Norn emissary painting, I think I did a pretty good job with that. I'm dead chuffed with it anyway. That is definitely my best paint job ever. And hopefully I get better as I go on, because if you had asked me if I could paint like that 4 or 5 months ago, I would have said absolutely no way. Maybe in a couple of years, but I've come on quite quickly, I think. Where's 65? I'm not seeing it on there. Maybe it's over here. 65. Oh, there's a different jump pack there. I could have used a different one. I do like it when it shows me this here. You know, options. It hasn't showed me that with the jump pack, which is odd. Anyway, I like the one with the skulls, so I'll stick with that one. I would like to know where 65 is, though. I cannot. Ah, there. I can find it. That's... Get out of there. There we go. So, 60... This is very odd, we're putting all of these little details on. And we've not even... What the heck? Where does that go then? On there? There's a couple of little holes. I think it goes over the... No, maybe not. This is... It looks like it goes on the side there. But it's slightly angled. So maybe... Ah! Those top 2 spikes. Right, okay, I'm with you. We'll slap some glue in there then. In fact, let's just stick it all over the back because I really don't want that falling off. So we're going to hook you under this a little bit. Yeah, sugar. I dropped it. And angle it, and then it kind of holds there, like that. I guess that's right. That seems to be the way it wants to go. Seems like it's more on his ass though than the side, which makes me think it might not go there, but it does. It sits really nicely there. Or it did. Now I can't get it back there. Sometimes you just need to stop fiddling, Nick. There we go. Let's just stop. And then the skull goes the other side? Like on his butt more? What? There's like a little groove bit. Oh yeah. I nearly pulled his shoulder pad off. Get back on there. His pauldron, I should say. Shoulder pad. What is he, some sort of 80s pop icon? Maybe he is. Where does that go? Like there? I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that till later when the other leg's on, so I can, you know, actually see where the leg goes. I kind of wish there was a picture of the reverse of him so I could see better where that actually sits. I don't want to glue it on there, and then when it comes to sitting him on his mount, it's in the way, which I feel like that's going to be. I feel like that needs to be to the side more. In fact, I'm going to move it to the side more. I think it's in the way. Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that. I've really screwed that up, haven't I? I feel like that goes there. It needs to be more on the side so it's not in the way when he sits on his mount, because surely it's going to go under here. Now I could be wrong. Anyway, we're putting the other leg on now by the look of things. So let's find 51 and 52. There's 51. Now we need 52, 52, 52, 52 might be on the other one. And it might not be. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. It's over here. Oh, phew. There was much rejoicing. See, there's another front of his right leg there. What's that all about? Oh, it's very slightly different. It's got like a different kneecap. It's got a skull on that, and he's got some sort of demon mouth on this one. Maybe that depends what kind of chapter you're putting them in. Oops. Well, he's going to be multi-chapter because this has got a skull on it. So, sue me. Somebody's probably watching this kicking off now. They're a chaos. What the hell? Why won't that glue together? They're a chaos. What's it called? Aficionado? I can't remember what it's called. Somebody that knows everything about them. Connoisseur. I don't know. That's not the right word, is it? It's people that eat posh stuff. I feel like that's not supposed to be glued in yet, and I've just made an error there because it's not telling me to glue. To make your model easier to paint, keep your Juggernaut of Lord and Lord's legs separate for now. Once the model's been painted, you can combine the... No, I don't think I will. I think I'll glue it because I feel like it. Well, let's move on to the Juggernaut. What even are these things? Looks like a bull, but I feel like it's more robotic than a bull. Maybe it's a bull in armour, or the spirit of a bull. The warp of a bull. I don't know. The soul. 28. I don't know a great deal about Chaos. I would like to find out more. I'm just reading the Tyrannid Codex at the moment. Literally just started it. It's the first codex I've ever bought. Somebody did tell me not to buy any because 11th is coming out, but then somebody else said, no, Tyrannids are not going to get one for a couple of years, so you're alright, you're probably alright buying that one, so I bought it. And you watch, they'll release a new one in a couple of weeks or something. They'd better not. Yeah, look at that. It's like roaring as well. Is that in pain or anger or both? Right, we need 30 to go on top. Yeah. No, that's 27. Well, 27 looks a lot like what's supposed to go on top, but there it is, 30. Yikes, that flew across there. Luckily it landed on the table, I didn't have to go fish it off the floor. So that's going to get glued on the top of the head. Is that a bull or is that a rhino? I'm starting to second guess myself now. It looks like it's got the nose ring as well. It's a bull, isn't it? Can't say I've ever seen a rhino with a nose ring. Mind you, I haven't seen many rhinos. I've only seen, I think, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe I'll see one in Busch Gardens when I go later this year. Right, that's the head. Let's put that up there for a second. Let's get the body. So we need 1 and 2. I tried my first 3D print the other day. This is going to make you laugh. It came out terribly. The first one fell off the plate. The second one fell off the plate. Sounds like some sort of Monty Python sketch. We built a castle in the swamp. The first one sunk into the swamp. The second one sunk into the swamp. Yeah, so anyway, it fell off the plate. Second one fell off the plate. Third one printed out pretty well, but I noticed there was writing on the print. I was like, what the frig? Why is there writing on the print? Why is it? And then I realised I hadn't taken the protective cover off of the bottom of the vat or the LCD screen, so that's why it completely failed. Anyway, I've taken them off now, and I will be 3D printing some stuff soon. I'm going to do the Hero Quest board first, because as I've mentioned previously, I play that with my younger brother and his kids, my niece and nephew, and my sister and mum play it as well. We're a gamer family, board games and video games. Well, actually, my sister's not. She doesn't play video games. She does play. Right, where? So that's that. I guess that's the tail. So I guess the head will go on that side, like something like that. Looks like. Cool. Well, I guess we'll get to that in a minute. Let's move that out of the way and see where we are now. So we're putting legs on now. 18, 19 and 20 then. So what's that then? Maybe it's over here. Yes, it is. So we've got 18. That looks like that. Wait, what? So that would be like that. So 18 will go on there. If I'm looking at that right. That seems to fit in there nicely. In fact, let's just go straight in with that. Where does the glue need to go? Basically all of that part in there. I may have put a bit too much there, but I want that to be stuck in there nicely. Lovely. 19 and 20. 21's over here. I might as well just stick that on as well though. Focus, 19 and 20. Otherwise what will happen is I'll get sidetracked by the other leg. Where the frig's 19 and 20? I'll get sidetracked and then I'll end up forgetting to put one of the legs on. Where the heck is 19 and 20? Oh, there's two different heads you can put on him as well. God damn it. Right, why am I struggling so much to find 19 and 20? No, 11, 3, but they look right though, they look like the right legs. 19's there, just like that. suddenly it just pops out at you. So that's 19. Now you would hope that 20 would be right next to it, wouldn't you? Is it though? It is definitely not right next to it. So where is 20? There it is. On the other sprue. Get those glued together, because that goes on there like so. According to this anyway. There's a little bit of sprue that's in the way though that needs shaving off just over there. So we'll get rid of that. Tiniest little bit as well. Sometimes the clippers are just enough, aren't they, for these little bits of shaving? And sometimes they're not. As it happens today, that's enough. So that goes in there. Yes, it does. We'll stick some glue. In fact, I'm going to stick the glue in there because it's going to be easier to manage without getting it all over my fingers. And then just plonk that in. Oh, and I still managed to get it on my finger. Amazing. Jerk. Okay, so this goes where exactly? On the back there? Ah, yeah, there's like a slit that it goes on. Okay, that's nice. So the pipe joins up to the little circular part there, and the leg goes on this little shelf. I don't know, whatever you want to call that. Lovely. That's that side done. Turn it over. Now we need 21, 22 and 23. There's 21. There's 22. And with any luck, 23 will be right next to it. But I bet it's not. I bet it's on the other sprue, right? Let's have a little bet. We'll have a little gentleman's bet. I would have lost because it's right there. Bets are off. All bets are off. God damn it. Right, we'll chuck you in there. We'll try not to get glue on the finger this time. Great success. This is pretty cool looking. I like this. There's the very central part, wasn't it? Just slap it all over it. And that goes in there. Love that. So now we want to put the collar on. That shouldn't be too difficult to find, should it? Big circular, there we go. Oh, we've got two different ones. I'm going to go with this one. It looks more detailed. Maybe I'll regret that when it comes to painting it. Oh Christ, this is really difficult to get off the sprue without cutting. I'm going to have to trim that up. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, that's a real pain. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. There's a bit there as well that I want off. There we go. And final bit there. Get out of it. There we go. Right, so that's going to go on first. Does that go on anywhere specifically like there? Does it go? Yeah, I think it's just straight on. It doesn't really matter which way around either. It's got the same detail both sides. There's no ledge or... ah, there is a little ledge there actually at the top. So that looks like that's going to go in like that. Yes, okay. Okay, alright. I suppose we'll stick some glue there then. And across the neck. And then stick that in the little groove. And let's stick a bit of glue down the bottom under here as well, because that's where it connects on the neck, and that will stop it from kind of flopping around. There we go. Beautiful. And now we're sticking the head on, I guess. So there's a little groove on the head as well. So it looks like that goes on and it's kind of angled down. Lovely, 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 lovely. So that goes on like... hello, like that. That's a really cool model. I really like this. I don't think I've built one that I didn't like so far. They all look pretty awesome. Let's not forget these. 57 and 39. What's that? Get up. Get out of here, will you? So the two little rings. So we've got 57s there. Now you watch. The other one's going to be on the other sprue, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. They seem to go on top. I guess they're just for... what even are they? Like the handles to hang on to? So they go on like... oh, these are going to be fiddly. Which way do they go on? There's like a little groove on the back. I think they go on like that. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we'll stick a little dab of glue in each of those. And then hope for the best. Jesus. Oh, there we go. That's slotted in nicely. Let's hope I can get lucky with this one. Ugh, no, we can't. We've dropped it. Let's come in at a different angle. That's not working. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Don't touch it. We're done. Don't touch it. Right, what are we doing now then? Oh, we're nearly done. This was a really quick little model, wasn't it? So we need to stick him to his base first, so let's do that. Just plonk him right in the middle, like that. So he's on. So we're sticking him on and then his leg. Good job I didn't glue that leg on earlier, because we'd have been up shit creek, wouldn't we, without a paddle. Although I don't know how this is going to go on there. Is he leaning forward slightly? Oh, jeez. Yeah, so I'll just chuck that over there. Is he leaning forward slightly? How on earth? You would have thought there'd be a little bit where that kind of stirrup looking thing goes. Oh, there is. It's right there. Underneath. Just hidden underneath that little tube. So I guess... Is that where it goes? I guess that goes there like that. And he's leaning slightly over. Doesn't seem right to me, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. I'm going to stick a bit of glue in there. I'm going to stick a bit of glue under his arse as well. I guess we'll find out. This is where it goes horribly wrong. Where's that hole gone? I can't see it. So I think he goes like that. Yeah, this is not working. The head's falling off as well. This is very fiddly, this part. I feel like that's supposed to go in there. Very scared of getting him stuck on there, and I can't then get his other leg on. So I'm going to have to try and hold him there, stick that glue there, and get that leg in. I think we're going to be alright like that. What is rattling around? He is. I don't want him rattling around. I feel like he's more upright on the picture. Okay, that looks alright like that. He's rattling around a lot though, I don't know why. And that head is really loose. Why is that not sticking on? Yeah, it's really loose. Let's take that off. Stick some more glue on there. Now it's not loose. That's better. I didn't put enough glue on there, I don't think. This leg is flipping coming off. God damn it. Right, you know what I'm going to do? Fuck these stirrups. Excuse my French. They're coming off because they're going to be the bit that stops him from getting back on. Yeah. That'll do. And then I'm going to stick glue on the inside of his legs so he's still, because I don't want him moving around. There we go. That head's still coming off. Wow, this is really fiddly. Really, really fiddly. I cannot get that leg to stay there. Right, it keeps coming apart. There we go. Hold it like that. Just for a second. There we go. Don't touch it anymore. That's how he's sitting on the ball for me. Not touching him. Although I do need to put his head on, because I completely forgot to put his head on. We've got two choices here, and I'm obviously going to go with the one that's got the massive ceremonial hat. We do have that other cool horned helm. Where even is the other head? Nah, we're going to definitely go with this one. This looks badass. Jeez, can you imagine if I'd knocked him off then? I might have had a bit of a nervous breakdown. Right, this is the final bit then. Stick this head on there. Hopefully the head doesn't completely collapse the whole thing like a pack of dominoes. Don't you dare. You stay there, you jerk. I could have sworn his head tilted back as I called him a jerk, like he was looking up at me. I think that is finished. So I am going to gently place that on the rotator, and you guys can have a good look at that. Yeah, well, hold on just a minute before we do that. I need to stick this skull thing on wherever that goes on the back there. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Yeah, let's just stick it on. I feel like I've got a good spot there at the back that I've seen. I can put it on. That's probably a good idea that I held off on putting that on, because that would have made it even more difficult. And also I can stick it right there, so it's going to hide the joint of the sugar. You use these grippers. It's going to hide the joint of the leg a little bit. Yeah, we'll leave that there like that. Or not, because I just knocked it down. I cannot get to that. My finger is too fat. Because the sword's in the way. There we go. Just there, like that is exactly where I want it, so I'm going to leave that. Right, stick that on the display. You guys can have a look. Appreciate you joining me, guys. Let me know what you think of the new startup thingy, and I'll see you on the next one. Till then, good night.